Hi, today I am going to discuss about speed control of three-phase induction motor. As we know that the speed of the motor N is equals to 1 minus S into Ns, where S is the slip and Ns is equals to synchronous speed. So from this equation we can say that the speed of the motor is depends on the slip and synchronous speed. So based on this formula, the speed control of induction motor can be done using two techniques. One is slip control technique and second one is synchronous speed control technique. So slip can be controlled using voltage control method, rotor resistance control method, rotor EMF injection method, while the synchronous speed control technique can be implemented using pole changing method, voltage frequency control method and cascading of induction motor, and these two technique can be used for slip ring induction motor. Slip ring induction motor. Pole changing method. This method is applicable for the squirrel cage induction motor. We know the synchronous speed is equals to 120 F by P, where Ns is the synchronous speed in RPM, F is equals to supply frequency in Hertz, and P is the number of poles. So Ns is directly proportional to the 1 upon P. If we are increasing the number of poles, the synchronous speed will decrease. If we are decreasing the number of poles, so synchronous speed will be increased. In this way we can say that by changing the number of poles we can change the synchronous speed of the induction motor. So the pole of the induction motor can be changed using the following methods. One is the multiple layer stator winding, second one is consequent pole method, and third one is pole amplitude modulation. Multi-layer stator winding method. The stator is consist of two winding. One is winding 1 produces the small number of poles and winding 2 produces the large number of poles as shown in figure. Here we have two winding. One is the winding 1. We have the 4 poles here, and this is the winding 2 which produce the 8 poles, and we have the 3-phase supply RYB here. N is inversely proportional to the number of poles. The small number of pole winding is supplied when higher speed is required. It means we have decreased the number of poles, so speed increased by using the small number of pole winding. The large number of pole winding can be get the slow speed of the motor, because if we are increasing the number of poles, it means the speed will decrease. So whenever we require the slower speed, we will connect the large number of pole winding. Note, this technique requires two winding. It means machine will be bulky and high cost. Consequent pole method for speed control of induction motor. The direction of magnetic field lines can be determined in a current carrying conductor using right hand thumb rule. When the two adjacent conductors carrying the same direction of current, means either we are considering that the current is going in or current is going out. In both the cases, the flux is added at outer side and cancelled at the center. As we can see in this picture, we have considered two conductor, conductor 1 and conductor 2, and the direction of current in both the conductor is coming out, that is represented by the dot here. As per the right hand thumb rule, the direction of the magnetic field lines for both the conductors will be anti-clockwise. Therefore, the magnetic field lines will be looks like as shown in this picture. So at the center we can see the magnetic field lines of the conductor 1 and conductor 2 are opposite to each other, so they will cancel each other. While at the outer side we can see that the direction of current the magnetic field lines are same for conductor 1 and conductor 2. Therefore, they will add, or we can say the flux is adding at the outer side. So, the resultant will be at the center there is no flux and outer side the flux is added. When the two adjacent conductor carrying the different direction of current, the flux is adding at the center and cancelled at the outer side of the conductor, as shown in this picture. So, in this picture we have considered two conductor. In conductor 1 the direction of current is outward, while in conductor 2 the direction of current is inward, or we can say that the current is going inside the display. So, as per the right hand thumb rule, the direction of the magnetic field lines for conductor 1 will be anti-clockwise, while the direction of magnetic field lines for conductor 2 will be clockwise. So, this is typing mistake, it will be clockwise, because this is the magnetic field line for conductor 2 as represented here, that the magnetic field lines for conductor 2 is represented by the brown color and the magnetic field lines for conductor 1 is represented by blue line. So, here we can see at the center the direction of magnetic field lines for both the conductor is same, while the direction of the magnetic field lines at the outer is opposite. So, they will cancel out. So, the resultant picture will be like this. At the center the flux lines will be add, and at outer the magnetic field lines will be cancelled to each other. North pole, it is represented the outgoing point of the resultant flux lines at the center of the adjacent conductors. So, this is the outgoing point. So, here it will be the north pole. South pole, it is represented by the entering point of the resultant flux lines at the center of the adjacent pole. So, this is the entering point. So, it will be the south pole. Moreover, if the direction of a current in a clockwise direction in a coil, then it produces a south pole. If the direction of a current in a coil is in anti-clockwise direction, a north pole will appear. The speed of the motor is inversely proportional to the number of poles. In this circuit, we have considered 4 coils, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and the direction of current is, we have considered clockwise in coil 1 and coil 3. Therefore, the south pole will appear, while in the coil 2 and coil 4 the direction of current is anti-clockwise. Therefore, north pole will appear. It means we have only 4 poles. But if we change the direction of current in these coils, what will happen? So, let me change the direction of current. In this picture we can see that the direction of current in all the 4 coils has been reversed by short circuit the point B and C. Okay, so now the direction of current in coil 1, 2, 3 and 4 is anti-clockwise. As the direction of current is anti-clockwise, it means the north pole will appear inside this, and as we know that always 2 poles will appear, one is north and second one will be south pole. So, if inside the coils in this pictures, if I am saying the north pole is appearing here, it means south pole will be appear here, and we call these poles, these south poles, consequent poles. The speed of the motor is inversely proportional to the number of poles of the motor. So by changing the direction of current in the coils, we can change the number of poles. Here we can see that in both the circuits the number of coils is same, but the number of poles is varying as we have changed the direction of current. The main advantage of this method is no need to add the additional winding to change the poles. Cost of the winding will be reduced. If we are not adding the additional winding, it means the cost of this machine will be less. 2:1 ratio speed can be achieved with this method. Thank you.